Ever wondered how decisions are made based on data? They're not just hunches. They're conclusions drawn from a branch of mathematics called statistics. This mathematical field is instrumental in our world as it deals with the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data. So when we talk about statistics, we're talking about a system that helps us make sense of the world around us, transforming raw data into meaningful insights. Now that we know what statistics is, let's dive into the processes involved. The first step in statistics is the collection of data. This data can be gathered in a variety of ways. Surveys provide direct responses to specific questions. Observations, on the other hand, allow for the collection of data in its natural environment. Experiments help us control variables and study outcomes. Secondary data refers to data previously collected by others and can be a goldmine of information. Lastly, sampling enables us to gather data from a smaller representative group. Once we have our data, the next step is to organize it. Data in its raw form can be pretty overwhelming. That's why we need to organize and summarize it. Organizing data involves tabulation, frequency distribution, and visual representations, like graphs and charts. We also handle data entry and coding to make the data easier for analysis. Once organized, we summarize data using measures of central tendency and variability, percentiles, summary statistics, and box plots. These techniques help us get a clearer picture of our data's story and its key characteristics. Now that our data is organized and summarized, we can start analyzing it. Scene script. Analysis and interpretation are the final steps in statistics. Imagine you've collected, organized, and summarized your data. Now, it's time to dive deeper. Analysis is like a detective's investigation, where we use tools like hypothesis testing to question assumptions, regression analysis to identify relationships, and cluster analysis to group similar data. We also use time series analysis to understand how things change over time, and descriptive analytics to summarize the main characteristics of the data. But the game isn't over yet. After analysis, we move to interpretation. This is where we make sense of the findings and transform numbers into insights. We draw conclusions, identify trends, and compare groups. It's like piecing together the clues in a mystery novel. We don't just stop at understanding what the data is saying, we also make recommendations based on our findings. This, my friends, is where statistics meet decision-making. Finally, we apply critical thinking. We question our assumptions, consider the context, and examine the limitations of our analysis. We don't take the data at face value but dig deeper to understand the story behind the numbers. This is the art of interpretation, and it's what separates a good statistician from a great one. And there you have it, a brief overview of statistics. Remember, every piece of data tells a story. It's just a matter of knowing how to read it.